What's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. The prejudging for the 2025 212 Mr. Olympia just wrapped up. And I got to say, I think we still have a battle on our hands here. I don't think we saw the lights out, game over, Keone is walking away with the title here. I do still think Keone is going to win. But make no mistake, Sean Clarita is definitely still in this battle. Sean brought crazy condition here. Keone's condition wasn't bad. It just didn't look quite as crisp as it looked in a lot of the updates that we saw of him a couple days ago. And I do want to point out that the lighting here wasn't the greatest, so it was a little bit harder to tell on the live stream. So I tried to find some better pictures and videos from Instagram that maybe were a little bit closer up and had a little bit better lighting and contrast to them. Flex Online, Flex Magazine, they had some pretty good shots. So those are where these shots are from here. I'm a little bit zoomed into them. So your top four, obviously Sean and Keone, also including number 11, the newcomer Nihat Kaya, the guy that a lot of people have been talking about this year, the 22-year-old, and also Lucas Garcia. Nihat really impressed me here. A lot of people have been talking about him all year long, ever since the Dubai Pro. Really impressive, great structure. For such a young kid, I think he was very competitive here. I think he's top 3. Great condition. Like I said, good structure. He looked bigger to me here than he looked in Dubai. Very competitive, very impressive package here. As far as Sean and Keone goes, though, I do feel like Sean was significantly sharper than Keone. Again, I think the lighting wasn't great here, but I think you can tell Sean really brought it. Sean, he's competitive here. I think he is pushing Keone. As much as I like Keone and his physique, I can't sit here and honestly say that Keone is walking away with this or this was a slam dunk for Keone. I think the condition was a little bit off from at least where we expected it to be based on some of the physique updates that we saw. And I think Sean's condition here is so good that some of the shots, I mean, really, your eyes are kind of getting drawn to Sean over Keone. And admittedly, I saw a lot of comments on some of the earlier Instagram posts that came out of this. A lot of people talking about Keone's midsection here. And I think there are some shots where Keone's midsection looks like it's spilling over a little bit. It's like an interesting thing with Keone. Like when you see him hit a pose like the front double bicep, or you see him standing in the front relaxed or the front lat spread, his waist looks crazy small. His midsection looks great in certain poses. And then there's some poses where it looks like it's spilling out a little bit. I feel like I noticed it in the most muscular. I noticed it a bit in the abs and thighs when Keone would turn and kind of hit that side ab. You definitely noticed it a bit when they were relaxing in between poses. So yeah, I would say as much as I want to sit here and say it's a slam dunk for Keone, I don't think it is. Obviously they're coming back tonight and the show's not over yet. I would still have Keone slightly ahead just with the size advantage. We know that Keone did come in about 10 pounds heavier. Actually, I think 12 pounds heavier than last year. He was 211.9 at the weigh-ins, and he was right at 200 last year at the weigh-ins. So maybe that added size, he sacrificed a little bit of that sharpness. I mean, it's kind of undeniable when you look through all these shots. He's definitely not as sharp as Sean, but there's a pretty significant size difference. It's definitely the biggest Keone I think we've ever seen. But it looks like he did sacrifice some sharpness in the process. I think it's a close race right now. I would still say Keone winning. I would still say Sean in second. I'd go Nihat in third and Lucas Garcia in fourth place here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, though. I think this one is a bit of a toss-up. It could maybe go either way. Sean Clarita is definitely showing people why he's a former 212 Olympia champ and why he's beaten Keone in the past. Does he do it again this year? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, next up in the news, we got another physique update from Mike Sommerfeld at just 1 day out. Mike hitting this front lat spread. One of my favorite shots of Mike's, honestly. He looks crazy impressive in this shot. And I'm very curious to see what's going to happen with Mike. We've talked about Mike at length. But in these updates, he doesn't look like he sacrificed a lot of size. He doesn't look like he just cut 14 pounds in 2 days. Even though at the weigh-ins, he was 12 pounds lighter than he was at the weigh-ins last year. He looks big, he looks full, he looks muscular. I am curious to see how it looks on stage next to the other guys, Because this is a significant thing. This is why we see, a guy like Urs, for example, switching to open bodybuilding. Those weight cuts, they do impact how these guys look on stage, and especially the last minute ones. We talked a lot about Rough Diesel, his weight cut in 2022, dropping him down to 6th place. It really does impact how they look on stage. And there's a reason why these guys switch out of divisions with weight classes. And I kind of wonder if maybe you're seeing that with Keone. We were hearing that Keone was 220 up until like a couple weeks before the Olympia. Like most of his prep, he was at 220, and he made weight at 211.9. I wonder how difficult it was for Keone to pull that weight off in the last week to make weight for 212. And again, it's like that last minute, I got to get under this like kind of arbitrary number because that's the weight limit. And maybe that arbitrary number, in a lot of cases it's not, but maybe that arbitrary number isn't the best number for their physique to look on stage. But looking at Mike in this picture, you wouldn't really be able to tell that he just lost 14 pounds and really did this like hyper aggressive couple day weight cut. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What are your predictions for the Classic Physique Olympia and Mike Sommerfeld? How do you think the weight cut is going to impact him here? Now, next up in the news, another update from Goodvito, another front double bicep pose, this time with his Pro-Tan on. And at risk of sounding like a broken record, this pose is just so good for him. And I would put it like this. If the only pose that you were judging at the Olympia was the front double biceps, which obviously is not the case, I think there's no question in my mind that Goodvito would be top 6, maybe even top 4. And again, we still haven't really seen the back poses. We saw a back lat spread a few weeks ago. I'd like to see a back double bicep to really know how he's going to do here, but I'm very optimistic about Goodvito's chances at this year's Olympia for his Olympia debut. I think he is like legitimately really going to be in the mix. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Going back to Keone, do you think that Keone is going to retain his 2024 Mr. Olympia title? Or do you think that Sean Clarita has a legitimate shot at taking it away from him here? I think, like I said, this is a really close race. I think that Sean Clarita's condition is really shining here. Keone's does not seem to be on the same level. Even though Keone looks a lot bigger than Sean, does the condition decide this battle? Is it going to come out a different result than last year? I think Keone can put it together at the night show, come in tighter, and pull it off here, but I am being optimistic. I think there's a chance that Sean could sneak in there, but right now, I'm still going to say Keone. That's my boy. But I think he has to tighten it up for the finals. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Nick Strength and Power signing out. All right, guys, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe to this channel if you enjoy the content. Also, check out my Instagram at Nick Strength Power. My Facebook page, which is simply Nick Strength and Power. My secondary YouTube channel, Nick Strength and Vlogs, for vlogs and bonus content that you will not see on this channel. And consider subscribing to my third YouTube channel, Nick Strength and Pokemon, which is all things Pokemon and trading card games, completely unrelated to this channel. So if you're into that, give that one a look. And all links to merchandise and social media will be in the description box below. If you guys want a Nick Strength and Power t-shirt, that will be in the Shopify link below. Have a great day.